first guest tonight has been nominated for an Oscar 5 times, and she has won once for the film Dead Man Walking. Her latest movie is Cradle Will Rock. Please welcome Susan Sarandon. Thanks so much for coming.
Thank you.
That's nice. Please.
So glad I wore my Christmas suit.
They go crazy whenever they see me. How sad. No, it's very nice to have you here. Thank you for coming.
I'm glad you're still here, too.
It's been a while, yeah. You know, you've had... Nice to have you here, but you have had a controversial television appearance recently, I understand. Is that right? Caused a little bit of a problem?
For some people, it caused a problem, yeah.
What exactly happened? You were on The View, the daytime show.
Which was great, and I got very relaxed, and we were talking. They asked me a question about my shoes.
What kind of shoes you wear?
Well, if I remembered what I was wearing when I auditioned for Bull Durham, I guess you kind of had to be there to get the. But anyway, and I said I was wearing my F-me pumps, and I thought if I used it as an adjective, it didn't count. You know, it wasn't a verb.
Wait. Wait a minute. So you actually said the word.
I said the bad F word, yeah.
You said the bad F word.
It kind of just slipped out, you know, and then I thought, well, they'll bleep me. They always bleep you, right? But they didn't bleep me. It went right out.
Seriously,
everybody, and that's kind of in the middle of the day.
Yeah, there are a lot of people at home watching, making cocoa and knitting.
I guess.
I'm thinking, I like that Susan Sarandon. Let's hear what she has to say.
They're thinking, I liked that Susan Sarandon.
Now, did this cause a problem, and were they upset?
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, some people called them, so they had to say they were upset because, I mean, you know, that they had to wipe their hands of that. But
right.
I don't think they were devastated, but it was a my bad. It was my bad. I shouldn't have done it.
Now, you have kids. Were your kids watching the show, or were they around when
No, my kids lead productive lives. They were in school. They can't sit at home and watch me, and they're not even interested in seeing my movies, let alone my TV appearances. No, they were in school, but they heard about it. It got around.
Got around the cafeteria.
It got around pretty fast.
And what's your policy with kids and...
I say use it appropriately or else it stops being worth anything. If you just use it all the time, then people think you're just stupid. But if you really feel it and there's a reason, sometimes that's a good word to use, but not at school.
That's a very progressive thing to say.
But not at school, because that makes people tense when a 7-year-old uses that word, and there aren't that many situations where the F word is really appropriate.
I like that also you're telling them really think about it. So someone just thinking about it and going, it's the correct word in this situation. You know, and then just letting it go.
Yeah.
You just got your hand. Is this right? Your handprints in the theater
at Grauman's Chinese.
Grauman's Chinese Theater.
Yeah.
This is the famous thing to get to have.
Yeah. It is famous.
Yeah, and this is.
I think you have to be famous to do it too. I don't think they let just anybody do it.
I've tried to go by sometimes and drill my hands, and
it doesn't work.
I have a chisel and they chase me off.
Yeah, I don't know how they make that decision.
What, who gets to have their hands?
I think they have to be alive. I think they have to be...
alive, yeah.
Would that be so bad?
You don't really need to be alive when you think about it.
You have to be able to be
Clunk.
on your knees. You have to be able to be kneeling and stand up, although probably they could help you, I'm sure.
Yeah, sure.
And you have to be able to write with a stick. And I was told that I wrote very well. They tell you to practice ahead of time because you have to write, then it gets filled up and you have to toss it aside, and then you have to get the next one for the next part of it. And you have to be able to figure out exactly how long your name should be. They tell you this before you go. You're
make it a
supposed
tense
to practice.
event. Yeah.
No, I wasn't tense. I knew I could do it. And I was very good at writing cement. So it went fine.
So you write all your letters in cement now?
Yes.
For people. Who are you near? I know me. I would be obsessed with, if I ever got something like that, I'd be thinking, well, who am I
You know,
near?
I wasn't obsessed, but they cover everything around you. So you don't, there's a red carpet thing around you.
Because they don't want you to be thinking like, oh, I'm near George Goober Lindsay, you know, I wanted to be near Casey Kasem or something.
I had prime real estate. I was towards the front unless they take the whole block out and move it, which I suppose they could.
They just move it somewhere.
If I start having a lot of failures at the box office, maybe there's a way to move that slab, I don't know.
No, it's going to stay there.
It's going to stay there, thanks.
You're very politically active. You're well known for this. Was this something that it happen gradually, say, when you were a young woman, or was it something that was just like, what happened when you were a kid? I mean, where did you get this?
People notice it when you're media connected, and when you do something in a big way, then they notice it. But I think from the time you're small, you have a sense of what's right or wrong, and you just are told to lose it pretty quickly, and mine just kind of stuck. But when I was little, I mean, we didn't call it being politically active, but I did, you know, well, I mean, I thought my dolls would wake up at 12 o'clock at night and come to life. You saw Toy Story. Well, I really believed that, and so I would rotate their dresses to make sure that they were, you know, not one doll got to wear the best dress all the time. So perhaps this is either the seeds of some really deep surface that I have, fashion-wise, or it's
obsessive-compulsive disorder.
Although when you're the oldest of 9 children, you can't get too obsessive and compulsive because you're basically living in chaos.
You were one of 9?
Eldest.
Oh my God, I was one of 6, and just
you're Irish, I'm Catholic.
It was just madness the whole time.
Yeah.
It was just a constant cloud of fists hitting each other.
Right, right. So I mean, it's not too easy to be obsessive compulsive in that situation.
But you know, you've taken this. The movie Cradle Will Rock has a social conscience. It's actually an interesting. It's a movie about.
I'm sorry, but I think every movie tells you, you know, what it means to be a man, or what's acceptable, or what's funny. I mean, people only call the movies that challenge the status quo political, but I mean, Nutty Professor was a political movie.
Yeah,
got you rooting for this overweight guy over the slick,
but not
guy.
every movie, like Biodome. Have you seen Biodome?
No. What's the plot?
I don't know. What is the plot of Biodome? They live in a bubble.
Crazy guys go in a bubble.
No, I'm sure they're telling you something. I'm sure that they're telling you what's the heroic thing to do or what's the right thing to do.
There's usually a moral. You're saying
I'm saying that, you know, they tell that if you treat a woman badly, you're telling people how to treat women. If you tell people that it's funny to laugh at that situation, and they're telling, every movie tells you something and tells you what you're supposed to look like to be attractive. Every commercial, so are they political? You don't want to, you know, I just get pissed off because it means people go, oh, it's political, I don't know if I should see it.
Oh, well, I don't mean it. I think people should see it because it's a good story. It's a true story. It's about the WPA Theater Project, and it's just a compelling story. It's something that really happened.
It's about where's your bottom line. You know, like, where's your bottom line?
Me? You mean financially? It's so low, it's sad.
I mean, would you do anything to get a job, or would you sell out if they told you, if you felt a certain way on your show and they said, you know, I'm sorry, but I mean, look what Rosie just, I'm not allowed to, was that going to be bleeped if she's on
Why?
She's on another talk show, but she just withdrew.
What do you think this is?
Who?
Yeah.
Who are you? No!
She felt very strongly about, you know, an association with a product she was with that was selling guns, and so now she's not going to do that anymore. And
but that's good. I think most people.
That's your bottom line.
But I think most people.
Everybody's got a bottom line. You find out, you know, not in exaggerated ways like celebrities do. And in this film, it's about people that want to do this show, or Diego Rivera is painting this mural, and the powers that be say it's too scary, you can't do it, and who stands up and does it and who doesn't, and that kind of thing. So it's about, you know, everybody gets their moment. And
it's also got, the cast is fantastic. I mean,
cast is fabulous. Bill Murray is very funny.
Bill Murray,
Vanessa Redgrave, Emily Watson, myself, John Turturro.
Yeah.
Oh, many people. Almost everyone but you, actually. I think
the only one. The only one. There's a scene where I'm leaning my head in and you pushed me out very quickly.
Yeah. I fought for that to be in.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, Cradle Will Rock is now playing in New York and Los Angeles, opening nationwide on Christmas Day, and Anywhere But Here is also in theaters now.
It is, but I don't know if it's in Manhattan still. But it's around, and we're trying to get it back for you in Manhattan. Go see that one,
So
too.
go see that.
But we don't have time for a clip, then, huh?
Do we have a clip? I didn't know we had a clip. What? No, we have no clip. We showed a... Is that bad? Don't they tell you these things when you...
Yeah, they told me you had a clip. But that's okay, I'll tell you, it's a fun movie, and John Cusack plays Nelson Rockefeller, and I could do the whole scene. Do you want to be Rockefeller?
Okay, I'll be Rockefeller.
All right, you just...
I'm rich!
And I don't want that mural. Tell Diego Rivera to cheer it up a little bit.
I won't do it!
No, that's what you say.
Oh.
Tell him to cheer it up a little bit.
Cheer it up a bit!
You want me to tell him? You want me to tell him to cheer it up a bit? I have an Italian accent.
Yeah, cheer it up a bit.
Wasn't that a great scene?
You know, thank you very much. You actually just got me Oscar buzz. So thank you very much. First time in my career. Susan Sarandon, thank you very much for coming here.
Thank you.